Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back at it again with another little breakdown. We're about halfway through the week. It's Wednesday now, so we're halfway through the week. Kind of wanted to give you guys some breakdowns for the trades I took. You guys know I love to trade US30 and gold. I already got 2 out of 3 trades on US30, which were dubs. Today we took a loss, but there were some components there as to why we actually took that loss. I took one gold trade as well this week, which was a winner, so that's pretty good as well. So realistically, we got 3 out of 4. We're looking at 75% for the week win rate, so that's pretty good. That's solid. Basically, I know I said I wanted to do some live streams with you guys on YouTube. However, I think I need actually 2 monitors to do a live stream on YouTube because there's a lot of like controls and stuff you got to do, and it's really kind of complicated, and it's going to hinder my performance trading wise, having the Zoom call as well for my paying subscribers. So it's going to be kind of difficult to actually get that going. So basically, I want to show you guys what trades you guys should be taking, or at least what trades I'm taking, so you guys can kind of get an insight on what I'm doing. All right, so basically we have a US30 sell here on Monday morning. This was a very simple setup. I like to call this barcoding. A lot of other traders call it barcoding as well. When candles are just printing right beside each other, it's just a range realistically, right? So we had a range right here on the 4-hour, right? So we had like a nice little range right there. But basically we had a breakout. Okay, so let's go down to the 15-minute because that's where I caught my entry from. So essentially we had a breakout from this area here. So this, what I would call like a no trade range. Let's highlight that red. This would be a no trade range because prices has been ranging in that area. We're kind of waiting for a breakout. So basically this was right at 9:45. So this is after New York Stock Exchange open. So we had that volume. Okay, so price kind of shot up to the upside. This is also all-time highs up in this area here. Let's highlight that gray instead. So basically we had the all-time highs here at the time. Price rocketed up to that, rejected it very heavily. We had a lot of volume coming down, and then I was able to catch an impulse buy. I realistically wanted to catch an impulse buy from the break of this 15-minute low, but I ended up catching a little bit lower because price was actually coming down very aggressively and quickly, and I also got a little bit of a slipped entry. So basically I got my my entry a little bit lower, but I had my stops above that 15-minute candle, and I was able to ride the whole thing down. Able to catch this trade, which was a 1 to 3. I know it's kind of hard to just draw my little risk management tools here on the on TradingView, because anyone can really realistically draw it anywhere, right? So I wanted to show you guys my MT5 portal, so this would be a little easier for you guys so you can actually see it. So this is my MT5 portal. You guys can see my trade. This is a live account. I know a lot of people don't like showing their MT5 account number, which is probably a good advice, so I'm gonna not really do that too much. But basically, there's my MT. So basically, you guys can see that it was a live account. Screw it, whatever. It's an MT5 live account. You guys can see I took these trades live, only taking 2 wins, 1 loss, as that was today. And you guys can see I had my entry here, my stops are here. I caught my 1 to 3, bomb, in and out my trade. I'm actually risking 2% this week. Normally I risk 1 to 2%. So instead of showing you guys just numbers, I'm showing you guys the actual trade setups and telling you guys to risk only 1 to 2%. I risk about 2%. I was risking 1% during the slow months, January, February, but now I'm risking 2% once again, as it is March. So I'm actually so the volume's picking up, so I'm picking up my risk. So I'm picking up 2% now. So basically this trade here, boom, 1 to 3, 6%. We got another trade here, 6%, and then of course this losing trade, we closed at about 50% of the stop loss. So I only lost 1% on this, which is great. Still up 5% for the week, which is still a solid week. All right. So basically, let's go back over to the trading view so you guys can actually see and take note of where the entry was, where the exit was. You guys can see there was a 1 to 3. So I'm showing you guys on here so you guys can kind of see, all right, I'm actually taking these trades instead of just drawing up random shit on TradingView. So basically, yeah, that was the 1 to 3 here. We got another trade here. Very easy, simple setup. Okay, so simple, same thing again. We had a no trade range here on the 4-hour, right? So we had this whole zone here on the 4-hour. Prices ranging Sunday night. Sorry, overnight, and we had a complete range. And then if you look at the 1-hour, you can see that there was actually a support here, right? So support down at this level here, and you can see our entry was below that support, right? So basically, we go back to the 15-minute. We can see here we had a retest of that support once again here, but we had a weak 15-minute bullish candle. Okay, so we had a wick to the upside, we had a rejection, the candle body closed very weak, and then we had this candle open up and immediately go down and break that low. So as soon as that low was broken, boom, entry was taken. I jumped in on that trade. Had my stops behind that candle. Where'd we exit off of? We exit off of this candle here. Um, oh, what was that? Let me undo that real quick. Let's have that candle here, and we got out. What was it, around this zone, this level here? All right, perfect. So we got out around that level there. Essentially, I got a 1 to 2 off this, so this was about 4% for the week. So yeah, we actually had 3% for the week. So yeah, there was our 4% trade here. Got out on this position just because we had this. So this is why I got out a little early. So we had this little 15-minute zone here. We had the 4-hour support. I know I'm like jumping all over the place with these charts. So if we just mark off that level, we had a 4-hour support here, right? So we already broke through that 4-hour support. But because we had this 15-minute zone here, I knew other traders were going to see this. Everyone's going to see this. So I was like, you know what? Let me just make sure I take profits off here. So I ended up closing off my position as soon as we kind of tapped into that zone, just because I knew there would probably be some kind of rejection. I probably could have squeezed up. Nah, I couldn't have. If I tried to squeeze up my 1 to 3 and being greedy, I wouldn't have even got TP. Price would have just ranged. And of course, eventually just didn't go in my favor anyways, as we had this wick up. So realistically, it was good that I ended up getting out with my 1 to 2, which was solid. No harm done there. It was actually a smart move, and this is why you kind of have to manage your trades, right? So once you enter your trade, you got to know how to manage your trade. Make sure your losses are small, and make sure when you do get those wins, you're securing at the right times. All right, so I ended up getting my trade. Ended up getting out early around this zone here, which was pretty solid anyway. Still got my 1 to 2, which I'm completely fine with. Still got 4% on a Tuesday. Nothing wrong with that. It's always a dub. All right, so let's take a look here as well. Let's get these zones kind of deleted. So today we had a range. Okay, so we had obviously a little resistance here. I was looking at this on the 1 hour time frame. This is why I took my position. On the 1 hour time frame, we had a resistance here on the 1 hour, right? We had the resistance here. We had a candle come up and then a second candle come up bearish. Now this candle came up and it was pushing up. This was the 8 o'clock candle. I knew we were going to close into 9 o'clock, which is the 4-hour close. So I knew it was going to be a liquidity grab, but at the same time, this candle was coming up very aggressively. So I thought there was going to be enough volume. So I entered an impulse entry here at the break of the high. Had my stops below this candle, left it running. Of course, as you can see, obviously went to some profit, but this candle came down after rejecting the 4-hour resistance. I thought maybe this candle might close bullish. I've had this happen before. The candle closed weak but bullish, and it continued. And just because of the New York Stock Exchange open, and of course, so there's always some kind of pullback around the 4-hour candle as well. So I knew New York Stock Exchange and 4-hour candle close. So I knew there's two kind of components there of why price could be pulling back. So that's the reason why I kind of held it there. So basically we had that pullback, and because this 15-minute candle closed right before the 9 o'clock candle, sorry, for the 10 o'clock candle, I was expecting maybe price would come down, create a support here, and then actually continue up in our favor. But of course, price ended up pushing down and pushing down aggressively. I ended up getting out here, which was a very good idea because price ended up pushing down even further. So I was able to actually get out with only 50% of my risk hit. So I was risking 2%. I ended up getting out with a 1% loss, which is completely fine. Obviously, if you go into a trade risking a certain amount and you lose less than that, it's still a win realistically. Managing how much you lose is very important. So although it was a losing trade, we had two other winners that completely blew that out of the water. So it's not really a big deal. So taking a 1% hit, that's completely fine on a Wednesday. Plus, there's a lot of news today. We got like FOMC coming in at 2 o'clock. We had a bunch of news today, so it's kind of like really messy anyway. So I didn't really want to trade. Took this one loss. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to try to do anything else. No more second options. I'm just completely out of the market. And as you guys can see, obviously we had taking the trade. We got out here, like I said, taking only a 50% loss of our stop loss. So that's very essential there. So basically, this is where we're at for the week. Hopefully, your guys' week is going great, maybe even better than mine. That'd be amazing. I only stick to 1 to 2 trades a day, anyways, because that's completely fine for me. I'm risking 1 or 2%. So I'm completely fine sitting out and only taking 1 to 2 trades a day, which is probably the better idea anyways, because realistically, being in this market, the more time you're in it, you realize that the less trades you make, the more money you make. And yeah, let me know what your guys trading week is going like right now. Let me know what you guys, if you guys want me to break down anything, show you guys what the trend is, what the market structure is for any pairs that you guys are looking at. Let me know in the comment section, and leave a like, please. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. It'd be great help for me. Also reaching out to other people that might need some help or maybe looking to actually get some assistance. And maybe if you guys want to live trade with me, I'm gonna put my email in the description of this video so you guys can actually reach out, and then you guys can request to being on the Zoom calls. You guys can actually live trade with me every single morning, New York session, and catch these trades with me live and ask me questions in live time, right? So basically, yeah, this is what it is. This is where we're at. Let me know how your week is going, and I hope everyone has a successful trading week.